What's up, Blitz Nation? It's Lewis backstage at Sonic Temple. This time around, a couple of my favorite guys, favorite band, been doing this for a while. Tyler and Dave from Theory of the Deadman back here. Do we know if it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull or is it something else?
Looks like a T-Rex to me.
Okay.
I did notice the Great History of Rock book you have here.
Yeah, it's some good quality reading.
I turned to page 1 and it says, See Theory of a Deadman.
We have a song called Dinosaurs, so that makes us experts on dinosaurs. So it's definitely a T-Rex.
A little paleontology in between songwriting. So let me ask a question. You guys have been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
And are you surprised sometimes at the longevity? Because there's not everybody's lucky enough to be doing this for as long as you guys have. I mean, some bands have that privilege where their career lasts for others. Others, we live in a world where everybody wants their content right now. It's a lot of flash in the pan stuff, but you guys have been doing it a while. Do you ever sit back and like, damn, man, it's really been a while?
There's definitely like a certain kind of camaraderie with other bands that we see that we've played with for years. Like when we see like Seven Dust or some band that we played with, like, in 2002, like Breaking Benjamin, I see band, and we're like, remember that tour we did? It was 1971. Yeah, it's like you almost have a better connection with them because you're like, man, we did it.
Because you've seen the other side of it where the bands, even great bands, come out, put out great records, and then you never hear from them again.
Right.
So you definitely know it's possible or plausible. I don't know that I think that we're grateful to be around for so long, but I think that, there's a lot of the stuff that we can handle that we really try to work hard at to try to make sure we do stick around as well.
I think that's the thing, too, and I think now it's more of a challenge than it ever has before because I think there's so much exposure out there that there never was. People once upon a time, there was only a couple places where you could get and consume music.
Yep.
Now, dude, it's all, we carry around whatever in our pockets every day.
Yeah.
And every time I think I know what people are doing, there's a new way that people are consuming music that's come out, and so it's tough to keep track and stay on top of it.
How do you guys? How do you go? Does your songwriting process change? Do you still have I know some bands have their same formula that they have to do this way because that's how they get through an album. But has the way the world changed? Because I know it used to be an album-based world. Now it's a singles-based world.
Yeah.
Does that change your guys' perspective and process at all?
Not really. We are lucky, though, because we've always been a song-based band. So people see us live, and they're like, oh, I know this song, I know this one. We're not really a sound band, which, some days I wish we were. There's bands that you watch, and they're like AC/DC is the greatest example of a band that has a ton of hit songs, but they are, when they write a song, it
sounds like
AC/DC. Yeah, we've never been that band, but yeah, I think the songwriting has kind of stayed the same. We just kind of do what we do, and whatever happens, happens.
And I mean no insult by asking this question.
How you son of a...
But are you excited that you got out of the minivan? And what I mean by that is there was a time where all the soccer moms were rocking Theory of a Deadman songs, especially the ballads in the minivan, but you managed to get through that period. A lot of bands, I'll bring Hoobastank up as an example. The reason, biggest song they've ever wrote.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, they are pigeonholed in that, my grandma listens to this while she drives us to the grocery store every Sunday.
Yeah, I could see that. That's like Sybil Plan had
Yes.
that hit, I'm Just a Kid. I think, we're, like Dave said, I think we're grateful for anything. So, and I think they are too. I know the Hoobastank guys, good dudes. We got a show with them coming up pretty soon, next month or something. But I don't know. I think that soccer moms are still in the audience.
Yep.
They're still there.
Mom rock is real.
Yeah, I think we finally gotten to almost, I don't want to say the Kiss era, but to the era where we're getting the generations. Now we see the families bringing their kids, the dads bringing their kids with the Theory shirts. And that's the best feeling as you get older. You're like, okay, it's going to continue.
Passing the torch. Passing the torch.
You don't want to be the kid that goes, I just want you to know, son, you were conceived when I heard Bad Girlfriend for the first time.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where,
You may not want it, but unfortunately there's a whole bunch of you out there.
Yeah, son, when I knew your mom was pregnant, I cranked up I Hate My Life.
That's the beauty of the song. It's a soundtrack to your life. Now, you guys have been doing this a while. Do you What was the pandemic like for you guys? Because I remember talking to you guys during the pandemic, and it was so weird to see all these artists sitting in their living rooms playing guitars in front of computer screens, because it was essentially the way to stay in touch with fans and do things. I know for me, that whole summer was so weird not being able to hear live music anywhere when you were walking around. I can only imagine what that was like for you guys, who especially, you kind of make your living with that whole live music thing where you're on a stage in front of people. How was that for you guys, not being able to really do what you do?
Yeah, it was tragic. I think performing and playing music live is what pushes the blood through our veins. So you take a few months off between tours and it's fine. It just rejuvenates you. But when you take time off with no idea of when time is going to get back on, it was really tough. And I think we all still leaned on each other, called each other, talked to each other. But yeah, it was a tough time. It was a tough time.
Me and Dave started a podcast during the pandemic, one season, called Band Meeting. It was great. We had a lot of great guests.
It was fun too, and
there.
it was one of those things that I think we needed to connect to each other again, and our fan base and other friends in the business. It was like this way to just get a little piece of what we were missing.
The one thing I did like about it, at least from my perspective, was normally when we do a lot of artist interviews, you guys are on the bus, in between wherever, it's on a phone, you're doing 100 things at once. The one cool thing that did come out of that, when the Zoom interview took place, it was a one-on-one thing, and it was really cool. You could tell if we were not interested at all in anything you were saying, and we could tell if you were like, dude, he's just counting down the clock until the next.
And we did some Zoom meet and greets, actually, which I thought were probably the coolest meet and greets that we've ever done, because it was that same situation, but for fans. They all of a sudden were in the comfort of their living rooms, had us one-on-one with nobody sitting there behind them in line waiting for them, and they were some of the heaviest conversations I think we've ever had with fans. But for us, it was really, for me personally, it felt really validating to just talk to our fans again and have them say your music means something to us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you're going to a lot of music today. You guys are no stranger to the festival circuit. How do you guys, I love seeing you guys in intimate shows. I've seen you guys in intimate shows. Knowing that you've got this just massive crowd of people who are here to see 40 bands, does that change, your set at all or anything? Or does that change, your delivery of anything? Do you do it different on this style of show than you would if you were playing for, a 5,000-seater in-house arena or a little shack someplace?
Yeah, 100%. It is like almost an audition process. After all these years, it is still go on stage going, well, we'll see if we get the thumbs up.
Yeah, see if they like this one.
Yeah, so, the sets are catered to the audience, so we do a little more heavier set list today than we would for our own show, where we would have, some ebbs and flows. But at the same time, we're Theory of a Deadman, so unfortunately we have to play our songs.
That was my next question. Is there anything where you look at the set list and you're like, damn, man, again?
Yeah, we're going to have to play. Yeah, no, I mean...
These set lists are the funnest, honestly, because you're packed all... we're used to playing 90-minute set lists now, so when you get to shorten that by half, you have all this energy you get to put into half as many songs, and they end up always being a lot of fun, these shows.
What's your guys' favorite track to play live?
I really still... right now, I love playing RX.
Dude, such a good song.
I don't know why. There's something so satisfying about kicking into a song and it's acoustic guitar. Everything's so minimal. It's a whistle and the whole crowd just erupts. These rock festivals, it's all like distortion, drums, double kick. There's all this stuff, and then you can play a song like RX and captivate the crowd. So that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Where'd the whistle idea come from in that?
I don't know. I just heard it.
Because it kind of has an old
Western
vibe. Yeah. You expect Clint Eastwood to walk out at some point in time.
Yeah,
old
it
gunfight.
could have been the acoustic guitar. I heard the acoustic guitar and was like, this feels like a desert scene, and just did the whistle.
It feels like a gunfight, man, like a gunfight in the Old West.
Yeah, like somebody's going to drop a poncho and
tumbleweeds going by.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? What's your favorite track to play live?
I always like to do the new stuff, so we're going to put in Ambulance today, which is a new track. It's heavy and it's fun. It's so much fun.
Yep.
So I love those kind of songs.
Awesome. Well, I know Columbus is looking forward to hearing you guys. Sonic Temple 2024, Theory of the Deadman. Looking forward to seeing you guys play. It's been a few minutes, but I know you guys always bring it when you come out there, so it's going to be fun. Thank you for taking the time with us, guys. Glad to see you guys here.
Thank you.
Thank you.